Guys, I'm not mad at Nick and Alandrea. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not mad at it. You can call it a fix. You can call it the producers are trying to do the most. I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. I feel like these two have what it takes. I feel like they've always had some kind of spark, and the producers are just kind of trying to initiate it. So the Nick Alandrea stands, please rise, because it's our time. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this episode, which I honestly was not a big fan of. I felt like it was very, disorganized, just a bit everywhere, and I just, it just felt a bit odd. For Taylor to be jumping over and hugging Nick and not even Alandrea pissed me off. I feel like Taylor is the type of person that should have been dumped on week 1 in the first couple of days. I don't think Taylor should even be at this position right now. I would rather have Jeremiah over Taylor any day. So I don't understand why Taylor's even here, and I just feel like the fact that he's kissing the other girl and being so forward with her, but then wasn't with Alandrea, clearly shows that he just was not checking for Alandrea, but he simply could not communicate that at all. I also feel like Alandrea needs to completely get over Taylor. I think that she is a bit delusional to even want to try and re-spark that when it never even happened properly prior to. So please just leave Taylor to do his madness, because he's going to be dumped soon anyways. You and Nick coming together, the producers have saved you both, and this is basically a first class ticket to the finale, baby. This is what this is giving. Nick and Alandrea, if they go from step to step to step and they actually become a strong couple, which I feel like they will do via the producer's advice, then they will be in that finale. I can even see them being top 2. So they will be in that finale. Taylor will not, and I'm absolutely fine with that. Whether we believe Nick and Alandrea to be real or not is one question. I feel like definitely it was given forced, but I definitely also believe that there is some kind of spark between them, so I can see something happening. I also like the fact that they both sat down together and were able to speak about what they had seen in each other's villa, and for the fact that Alandrea joined Nick in his villa. I think that, Nick letting Alandrea know, listen, Taylor ain't loyal to you, I'm so sorry, it is what it is, was good TV, because Taylor was beginning to slowly realize that maybe this is not the man for me. She still is a little bit delusional, but she's beginning to understand XYZ, and hopefully having Nick there, she can just get over Taylor, and Taylor will just get jealous. Nick and Alandrea even kissing clearly shows that they have some kind of spark there, and even during the challenge as well, whatever the hell Nick was doing to her was crazy. So I feel like these two have some kind of connection. It's just odd to me that it has come out of a place via a text and not naturally. That's the only thing that is bugging me, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, whether this relationship is real or not, we need to get Alandrea to that finale. She needs to get to that finale. Do you understand? She needs to get to that finale. This episode was barely about Huda, and that's what's actually killing me, because the first couple of weeks was basically Huda Love Island, and now that her and Jeremiah basically have fallen apart and Jeremiah has gone home, she doesn't really have much else going on. Yes, of course she has some kind of love interest with that guy, and of course she's getting TV time, but it's not what she was getting before. Now it's a lot more placed out, and we're looking at other people and their relationships, and I feel like we definitely needed that. She needed that. She needed a breather. We all needed a breather from her antics. And so I'm kind of glad that we're focusing on other relationships and what is going on. Taylor's face, guys, when he saw that Olandria was in the house was crazy, and especially with the fact that the other girl was laying down next to him. It really is a lot. It really is a lot. It clearly goes to show you that, he wasn't too elated. That man is just wasting her time, and I just feel like he needs to leave the villa, and I feel like he'll be gone in a week's time, and she will definitely go to that finale 110%. The challenges were funny. Of course, they have to race between to do certain tasks to see which side of the villa does it the fastest, therefore they win. It's a typical Casa Amor challenge. I've seen it a lot of the times. It didn't really intrigue me, to be honest with you, but I'm glad that people are engaging with it. Again, I feel like this is one of my least favorite episodes. I was looking forward to seeing Jeremiah. I thought he would have came back too, because he also was blurred out grey in the picture of people who've been dumped, and so I thought that he would have been the one driving the car, and then they all sat down together, they all spoke about stuff, and I didn't expect it to go down the route of Nick and Alandrea being coupled up via the text messages. I thought that they would have gone into a third separate villa where they're able to just have TVs, surveillance, cameras everywhere, and they can just look at everything that is going on for the next 2 days, so that they basically become us and can view these people for what they're saying, especially what they're saying behind XYZ. I think that would have just been more interesting, and then they would have walked in and effed stuff up. But I do understand the premise of putting Alandrea in the same villa as Taylor because they have unfinished business, and that would just be more camera time for them to fill things up. Tomorrow, I believe, is a day where Casa Amor finishes and the couples do return. So this is going to be a big day for the Love Island USA lot. It's going to be huge, and we're going to find out who sticks, who twists, and the drama that comes with it. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of tears and emotions that are going to happen tomorrow. Whether this is all going to be on Friday, I don't know, because it might be split between Friday and Sunday. I don't know if Love Island USA do Saturday episodes. I feel like I'm completely wrong, and I feel like they do, and I've just forgotten. Yeah, I feel like you guys do Saturday episodes, but this is going to be definitely a busy weekend for Love Island USA. It's going to be huge. It really is. I like Shelly. I like the man that, am I saying her name right? Shelly or Chelly, who obviously has this man that's so ridiculously tall for her. And I do think that this is a good choice for her. She's happy with him. She's talking about it to the other girls. It's refreshing, and I feel like it's obviously needed. And so I think that it's great that she is there. She also was giving me a little bit of Molly May when she was in the confessionals one time, whether it was this episode or last episode, and she put her hair in a hair bun. And it was just reminding me of Molly May when she was doing that, when her hair was in a hair bun, everybody was talking about it. And so I saw people discussing it online. What are your thoughts on Nick and Alandrea? Do you guys like them? Are you part of the Hive group? Are you stans of them? Or do you guys just honestly think that it's just not going to work out and it's going to be forced? Because we do need to look at strong couples now for the finale. It's coming to that point, and I guess we're going to have a clearer understanding after Casa Amor, but I think that this is what we need, and I think that's why producers put them together as well, so that they can be a solid unit for people to support. I can actually see them winning the show. The way that they were kissing, laughing with each other, talking about the spark was there when they first kissed each other, but they didn't know what to do with it. It was part of a challenge, and etc. Like, all of this dialogue is what the audience needs to support somebody. They're having that healthy dialogue that I'm noticing, that this is the birth of a couple that people will like, because they're going through their past, they're going through the early days and etc. They're both OGs, and so they carry a lot of weight, and they've been focusing on other people. I think they both also know that if we're with each other, we can be great placements for each other, even if we don't really like each other and we're both faking it. Either way, the aim of the game at this point is just get to the finale so that you can get as much airtime as you can. And so I think this is going to benefit them both massively. And when Taylor does get dumped and Alandrea is still there, he's going to regret it. He's going to understand that this was not the right thing for me to do, and he made the wrong moves. The majority of people are also upset with him today with the way that he was kind of treating Alandrea or kind of speaking to her, let alone prior as well. So I feel like he's losing a bit of a fan base when it comes to that level. All in all, it was an okay episode. Wasn't that great for me. I felt like it was a bit disorganized, just a bit, it's this going on, that going on. We went from them on a table with the text to the challenge, and then they were suddenly kissing. I feel like the Nick and Alandrea stuff, whilst I am supportive of it, it's moving too fast. Like, let's just slow down when it comes to that. Please, because I don't know if the producers are telling you to do this, or if this is a genuine chemistry related between you two, and that's why you guys are kissing so fast. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this conversation, this story, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.